With heavy hearts, we announce the sudden passing of a true Hollywood singer legend, Toby Keith. Toby Keith Covell, born July 8, 1961, known professionally as Toby Keith, is an American country music singer, songwriter, actor, and record producer. He released his first 4 studio albums, 1993's Toby Keith, 1994's Boomtown, 1996's Blue Moon, and 1997's Dreamwalkin', plus a greatest hits package for various divisions of Mercury Records before leaving Mercury in 1998. These albums all earned gold or higher certification and produced several top 10 singles, including his debut Should Have Been a Cowboy, which topped the country charts and was the most played country song of the 1990s. The song has received 3 million spins since its release, according to Broadcast Music Incorporated. Signed to DreamWorks Records Nashville in 1998, Keith released his breakthrough single, How Do You Like Me Now?, in late 1999. This song, the title track to his 1999 album of the same name, was the #1 country song of 2000 and one of several chart toppers during his tenure on DreamWorks Nashville. His next 3 albums, Pull My Chain, Unleashed, and Shock and Y'all, produced 3 more #1s each, and all of the albums were certified 4x Platinum. A second greatest hits package followed in 2004, and after that, he released Honky Tonk University. When DreamWorks closed in 2005, Keith founded the label Show Dog Nashville, which merged with Universal South Records to become Show Dog Universal Music in December 2009. He has released 10 studio albums through Show Dog/Show Dog Universal, 2006's White Trash with Money, 2007's Big Dog Daddy, 2008's That Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, 2009's American Ride, 2010's Bullets in the Gun, 2011's Clancy's Tavern, 2012's Hope on the Rocks, 2013's Drinks After Work, 2015's 35 mph Town, 2017's The Bus Songs, and 2021's Piso in My Pocket, as well as the compilation 35 Biggest Hits in 2008. Keith also made his acting debut in 2006, starring in the film Broken Bridges, and co-starred with comedian Rodney Carrington in the 2008 film Beer for My Horses, inspired by his song of the same name. Fans say Toby Keith is so skinny and nothing like he once was, but his wife continues to support him as she did decades ago. Toby Keith, a country music star, disclosed that he was battling stomach cancer. He is putting surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation treatment ahead of his singing career. He uploaded a picture on Instagram over a year after his announcement, which alarmed supporters. The news that Toby Keith will be taking a sabbatical from music to deal with his stomach cancer diagnosis in June 2022 alarmed his followers. The performer claimed he needed some downtime because he was having surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy. When he got back on his feet and spent time with his family, Keith said he would make the most of this time. Keith made his first public appearance after disclosing his condition in December 2022. The country singer was certain that he will soon return to performing. He acknowledged that his body was tired, though. Having to go through all that is really crippling, but as long as everything continues to go according to plan, then we will look at something wonderful in the future, he said. How does Toby Keith currently look? A recent Instagram post from the Red Solo Cup singer promoted children's health. Many were worried about Keith's appearance, though. Fans expressed concern over the artist's cancer battle and noted how much weight the singer had lost. While some people were concerned about Keith's weight reduction, others felt he looked wonderful. The majority of commenters thought Keith's significant change in look was concerning, and that the stomach cancer was having an adverse effect on his physique. Other people needed assurances that Keith was okay, since they couldn't stand to even see the singer. Yet his followers are praying for him and giving him the go-ahead to continue fighting. Whoa, I just noticed this. He no longer resembles who he once was, tearing out my heart. I hope he survives this, a concerned user wrote. Even though it was so unsettling to watch Keith in his new body that supporters thought it was disturbing, to see him still grinning and carrying out his philanthropic work gave many people faith that he would beat cancer. Toby's wife, who is by his side, how did they meet? It was a difficult journey to become a successful country musician, but along the way, he met Trisha Lucas, who would eventually be by his side through thick and thin. The musician chose to undertake what he described as normal roughneck stuff after receiving his degree from college in order to follow in his father's footsteps. Keith made $50,000 a year working in the oil fields. When he wasn't working long hours, he and his band, Easy Money, used to play shows at clubs all throughout Oklahoma, where he first met his wife. At the time, Lucas was 19 and employed as a secretary at an oil business. Keith was 20, but she was impressed and thought the country singer emanated the kind of confidence that could fill an entire room. Keith said, "I thought she was wonderful." Before getting married in 1984, the pair dated for 3 years. At the time, Keith was still employed in the oil field, but as the economy collapsed, he made the decision to focus more on his music career. Lucas was managing the debtors and looking after their family while Keith traveled for his gigs. But one thing Keith always did was reassure his wife that he would become a major star one day. "Trish, my time will come one of these days," he reportedly said, according to Lucas. "Please persevere." Keith was right. The resealing of his debut record contributed to his breakthrough. Should Have Been a Cowboy, one of its hit songs, peaked at #1 on the charts and rose to the top of the 90s song rankings. Also, the album earned him honors, but Keith never let his fame get to him. The praise motivated him to work harder because he realized it would be challenging to climb the ladder. The country music legend claimed that he never sought out superstardom, instead claiming that you get too popular and people grow bored of you being on top. That superstar status has never been mine. Therefore, my candle is still burning. Although Keith was a country music sensation, he never neglected his family and always made an effort to make things romantic at home. But he sought his wife's advice on what she found romantic. Lucas gave her husband credit for getting her flowers, but she often reminded him that flowers only lasted for 5 days and that if he wanted to leave a lasting impression, he could take her out to dinner and surprise her with an outfit. Date nights may now take many various forms because her husband is also a breaking artist recorder. This is especially true because the pair lives on a 160-acre farm outside of Oklahoma where they have constructed their 8,500 square foot home. In addition, Keith is said to own 40 racehorses and have a net worth of $10 to $25 million. The couple raised their son Stellan as well as their daughters Shelley and Crystal in their spacious ranch home. Although the country music singer enjoyed his hectic touring schedule, the loss of his father made it much harder for Keith to leave his children. Yet the couple had a happy family life. Shelley, their eldest child, was born to Lucas' first marriage, but Keith promptly adopted her. Crystal, their second child, followed in her father's footsteps and pursued a career as a singer and songwriter. She is currently signed to her father's record company. Stellan works in the music business as well, although more in the background. He is the owner of Nostalgic Nights, a music booking agency. Thanks for watching my video.